Well, I guess I am the daddy all the time. I'm Star Wars Daddy every single day. Welcome to the show. I am the Star Wars Daddy, and I'm bringing you a non-Star Wars video, and I hope that you're going to watch. It's a risk. It's always a risk when I go out on these little sidetracked videos that kind of hit some of the other parts of my collection to see how many views we get. Who knows what's going to happen? But this video is about Dick Tracy, and there's a reason why I'm doing this video. It's not because I think you want to see my Dick Tracy collection. It's because I'm going to do something taboo in this video. And we're going to talk about that later. But I promise you, something taboo, big time, is going to happen in this video. And you're going to want to stick around to see what happens. And that will take place at the end after I go over these Dick Tracy figures. You can probably see it in the title. There's something talking about it. You're going to want to see what I do. But before we get too far, this item right here is a graded Bosk. It is an 80 plus by AFA. You can't see it because I'm using cinematic, but there it is. We have a graded Bosk. That is our current giveaway. And with that, because we're doing a Dick Tracy video, I've got a pack of unused Dick Tracy sealed cards that are going to be thrown in with that Bosk. And all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, and comment down below something about Dick Tracy. Whatever you want to do. It's got to be about Dick Tracy. And when I see that, I will put you in the drawing, and this drawing will take place next Sunday. So you have 1 week to go nuts. And put comment in there, like, subscribe. I think it's popping up right here. It is. Like, subscribe. Bell notification. You don't have to hit the bell notification. I don't even know if you did that. That's up for you to do. But the comment down below, I will see. And once I see that, I'll put you in the drawing, and that will be drawn on our next Sunday's video. And I will then announce it on that video, and you're going to have to reach out to me on my email, which is in the description. You'll see my email there, and then I'll know who you are. We'll contact you, and I will ship this anywhere in the world. So just know that the drawing is happening. All right, that's out of the way. Before we get too much further, let's go over a couple videos just in case you haven't seen them. Here's my Princess Leia collection. I did it right here in this video. Came out a week ago, and to go over all of my items that are in my collection that are Princess Leia. We got Lily Letty's. We had glass sleeve figures, graded figures, loose figures, mashup figures, the whole gamut. It's in this video. Then you met my wife while we did a reaction to the Skeleton Crew trailer, and I did a question and answer with her to find out how in the world does she put up with somebody like me who has this giant collection, and all I talk about is Star Wars, and I've got the YouTube, I've got the socials. Do I even work? Do I do anything around here besides Star Wars? You're going to find out right here. So if you've got a nagging spouse, you're going to want to watch this video because she gives some tips on how in the world she deals with all this chaos. And then every week, every Wednesday, is my eBay listing videos right here. It's number 50. We've done 50 of these. It's unbelievable. Every single week we come out with this video. These are all the auctions that I have on eBay that end on Sunday. I give shout outs to every single one of my buyers, and we go over price points, and we go over a specific action figure. So you know who in the world this action figure even is, where did this person show up in canon, and we crown a Daddy of the Week, which is the person that spent the most amount of money over the weekend. They get this prestigious award of Daddy of the Week. It's quite an award. I wish I could win that award. Well, I guess I am the daddy all the time. I'm Star Wars Daddy every single day. Remember to get through these Dick Tracy items that I have in my collection. Okay, they're mostly just the action figures. They're all on the card. I'm going to give you a hint. They're no longer going to be on the card at the end of this video. And I will explain why later. So due to a promotion that's happening and me not liking them on the card. So I'm going to do something, again, that's taboo. And so once we get through all these items and we go over all the Dick Tracy stuff, I will then explain why in the world I'm doing what I'm about to do. I'm then going to do it. And then there'll be a follow-up video at some point down the road. Make sure also stick around to the end of the video on the outro of this video, because that's where I would discuss the upcoming videos, the things that are going to be happening that you're going to want to see as future videos. And as we get closer to the end of the year, what is next year going to look like? We're going to go over a lot of that stuff. And again, we'll probably talk about the drawing as well. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And then you can win this Bosk. Again, it's 80 plus, and it's free. And you get that little Dick Tracy sealed card pack that'll come with it just for fun. I got some stickers as well that'll go in the package. So it's quite a nice little package coming. Again, make sure to stick around at the end. And enough of all this. Let's get into this Dick Tracy collection.
Dick Tracy is a 1990 American action crime film based on the 1930s comic strip created by Chester Gould. Warren Beatty produced, directed, and starred in the film, whose supporting cast included Al Pacino, Madonna, Glenn Headley, and Charlie Korsmo. The Dick Tracy comic was a different kind of story than the typical superhero comic book series. The crime drama was gruesome and depicted the first murder in a comic book. Dick Tracy had a hard time landing a studio. First, it was picked up by Paramount Pictures, but then Disney nabbed it under its label Touchstone Pictures. To keep up with its younger audience, Disney aired a Roger Rabbit cartoon before the movie. The head of Disney at the time thought the movie was such a waste of time and money, and Warren Beatty found out about the comments he had made. When the film was deemed successful for the company, the Disney executive mailed Beatty an olive branch, 2 doves, and a dartboard with his own face tacked on it.
Okay, I've got a box here of a bunch of cards. They're all in here. Wait, we got some that are open. I didn't even realize that. We can go through those real quick, as if anybody cares, but we'll slowly go through them. Then I don't have to open any of these. Oh my gosh, never mind, there's a whole stack of them in here. Who do we got here? Oh my gosh, it's itchy. Who do we got? It's Tess. We got all these different cards. I had these growing up. They ended up being in the garbage probably at some point, but look at the blank here. Madonna. Breathless Mahoney, they call her. And there's a little family outing. We got all kinds of cards here. There's nothing that's of value in any of these cards. But some of these are pretty cool. I mean, we got Flattop there. Again, I must have a lot of these Breathless Mahonies I kept. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. I wish they'd made this guy, huh? Littleface. We got two of them right here. We got the wanted card and then the regular card of Littleface. Too bad he was not made into an actual action figure. Their shoulders, we got him coming up. And Pruneface, he's coming up. A bunch of awesome characters in the Dick Tracy line. I wish I had a comic book. I'm sure that they're out there. I haven't checked that yet. And I think I need to get the Sega Genesis video game, the actual old Genesis game, which we saw a clip of as we got into this video. That's on my arcade, which will be discussed here at the end of this video. In the outro, we'll discuss what's happening with that arcade so you understand where you can get some information about it. But anyways, that's the box of cards. They're all filled there, and got this pretty cheap on eBay from a seller. Here is a model, and I'm probably going to put this model together here at some point, make a short about it, maybe to promote this video and the giveaway that we have coming up, but it's all sealed, never been opened. I'm unsure if paint or anything is needed. Let's see here. What does it say that I need? Paint and cement not included. So there you go. So my guess is it's not going to look that great if I don't have some paint to make it look awesome. There is really no example of what it should look like. Maybe this part right here. Unsure, but I might make a short where I speed through this and put it all together. I don't really have any glue either, so I might have to get some glue on Amazon, possibly some paint, and then I'll make a quick short that zooms this together and help promote this video. Who knows? We got this for like $5 on eBay. Pretty good deal. And I thought, well, this is probably good for content. Okay, and then I forgot that I have the 2 vehicles. We've got Dick Tracy's police car here. Opens on up, and it's all complete. It's in great shape. A little bit of dust on it. Just needs to be cleaned. And then we got Bad Boys vehicle. That opens on up. And there it all is. These are actually quite expensive. I have the boxes for them as well, but they are inside of another box hiding in the closet that's over here in the corner, and it wraps all the way in here. It was too tight for me to get in there and figure it all out, so I gave up. But these are incredible, and I love these in the collection. Another item I picked up cheap is this sealed two-way wristwatch from Dick Tracy. Calling Dick Tracy, calling Dick Tracy. This is the chief at headquarters. Come in, Tracy, it says. Authentic looking replica. I'm sorry, that doesn't look anything like the thing in the movie. It says right here, it's authentic looking. That looks cheap as can be. Nobody would ever want that. It actually looks more real right here. That is not it. Yeah, who knows? But they got some little comic stuff on the back. That's what I loved about the movie, and as well as stuff like this, is it's all comic looking. And the movie, the characters are just unbelievable and crazy. And I love the cartoony type look to it that they did. It's one of my favorite movies. I absolutely love Dick Tracy. So anyways, here's this. Got this super cheap again. I would never purchase this if it was expensive. All the stuff that I have Dick Tracy in my collection is because it was super cheap, and that's why I have it. But again, I do have the nostalgia of collecting these characters coming up when I was younger.
A little kid.
Hi, little fella.
I'm calling.
I'm in.
6 in a possible strength. Queen, 8 pairmates. 9 no help. Jack no help. King no help. Well, little face.
All right, here we go. We'll go over some of these characters and knock them out until we can get to the climax of this video that's coming up of what am I going to do that is going to shock collectors. We will see. This is the Brow. Has the wrist radio... Wait, calling Dick Tracy, the Brow has this wrist radio bugged. I don't know what that's about. But there's the Brow. Look at that. He's all brow. And on the back, let's see if we can just read real quick anything about him. He's a felon with gigantic forehead and ultra-smart criminal brain. Oh, he's got such a giant brain. I get it. Runs worldwide spy ring, loyal to no government. And he's got a couple of accessories that come with him there. Quote, all knowledge is power, and with power comes cash moolah. So again, definitely some comic-y type phrases and whatnot, but there is the Brow. We can see there's a lot of damage on this card. I wonder what that's all about as far as, is that a hint for what is happening? I don't know, but this is a pretty beater card. Okay, here's Shoulders. Look at him. There we go. Got shoulders in there. And his bio says that he is a massive hulk of a hood. Looks like he's wearing football pads under his jacket, dumber than ice. Wow. And his quote is, duh, I didn't mean to break your back, he says. And we've got some issues with this card, too. It's not the greatest. The blister's not too bad, honestly. There's just some marks and stuff all over it, but we got a bent-up corner here, bent-up corner. This thing is taking a beating for sure. Okay, we've got the Rodent here, and he... Okay, what does he do? Oh. Okay, we've got the Rodent here. He's a peg holder. I can remember he was on every peg at any toy store because nobody wanted the Rodent. I don't even know where the Rodent was in the movie, to be honest. And here we go. He's a small rat-faced double-crosser who would frame his own mother. Oh, boy. Quote, I told you to stop breathing that clam sauce on me, is what he says. That's his quote. That's all he had. So this guy's kind of like a loser. And not much. I really don't remember him in the movie. I'd probably have to slow it down when they have all the gangsters and stuff getting in the cars. That's probably where he was because I don't think he had any lines in the movie. And if he did, I don't remember it. But we got some dings here on this card as well. And it's all bent up and folded. And it's coming up right here on the blister. And we've got some litho type damage there. So another beater.
Get me, Mumbles. Hello, Mumbles.
What was about you?
Where's Lips Manless?
I know you want to do it. Don't like that.
I do.
One of the main characters, and I think we, you know, this actor right here who played in the movie, but this is Mumbles. And he is, let's see here, a low-level hood with a mouthful of marbles and a head full of cobwebs. Oh, he's not the smartest. But his quote is, well, I can't even read it. I will bring this quote in right here. You can see it's, I don't know, Tracy, are you going to do it with me? So anyways, not much you can read there with that one. But here's a little comic that they put up there on the back of the card back. So cool card backs, honestly, with all the information and stuff they put on there. Oh, we got some dings here. That's all ripped up. The corner's smashed up. Corner down here. Man, brutal card back.
He does have tests, but he won't bring her out of there. We gotta go in.
Go in.
Give me that ton again, Sam. You bring your...
All right, now we're up to influence. Here's the influence. A lot of similar type accessories that come with these. There isn't too much creativity to them. And what's going on with the influence? Let's see who this guy is. He is an evil-eyed former psychiatrist who uses his powers and knowledge for malicious means. And his quote is, "I know what you're thinking before you do," he says. And look at this card back. Oh, God. Nightmare on this one. We got a lot of dents and bumps all over this. And look at this corner. I mean, it's just brutal. All right, we got Itchy, and he's a main character. Love this guy. Clearance, $4. See, this thing sold for $4.96. Isn't that crazy? $4.96. Now, I don't think anybody would pay $4.96 for this, even back then. But here's the back. Let's see. Description. Does down and dirty work for Big Boy, which may be how he got that rash. He's always scratching. He can't stop scratching himself. It could be, what's it called? I don't know. And his quote is, "I got an itch to do something bad," he says. Now, this card is one of the worst ones. We got a ding here. We got creases up here. And then right here, look, I'm touching his foot. That's his foot right there. Sticking right through the blister. It's all crumbled away. And we got crease up there and some dings and all that kind of stuff. I mean, these cards have taken some beatings and wear to them because they have not been protected in any kind of acrylic. They've just been sitting there, and they've probably fallen multiple times, and who knows what else. All right, another one of the main characters here. We got Flattop. And what does Flattop's bio say here? He is Big Boy's hitman, an ugly mug with a head you could land small planes on. And the quote is, "I'll rub that punk out if it's the last thing I do," he says. And look at this card back. We got tears here on there. We got bent corners. And look at this. Look at this big fold that's up here. Blister, not too bad. We got some dents here. You're probably not going to be able to see it on this. But this one's a rough one, too. All right, finally a good guy, because there aren't that many good guys they made. Only 2 good guys from the whole entire group. We got Sam Ketchum. And what does he say on the bio? Well, it doesn't say anything. Why doesn't he have something about him? It says duties is what it says for a good guy. Assigned to Tracy's squad of special investigators, Tracy's wrist radio contact is who he is. His quote is, well, he's calling Dick Tracy, because that's what he says to the whole movie. But not much going on here. Some card wear and damage like all the other ones, guys. And obviously there's a reason why I'm showing you all the damage to these cards because maybe it will help calm everybody down at the end of this video.
Look what you did to your pretty tuxedo.
Big boy, ain't we pals?
No pals in this business, Lips. You taught me that. Sign it.
The deed to the Club Ritz?
That's right. I'm going into show business now. You're dirty, Lips. You need a bat.
Not the bat! Not the bat, big boy, not the bat!
Okay, Lips Manless, one of, again, the main characters in the movie. And I think he owned that club, and he loves oysters. I know that. Let's see what it says about him here. Gangster Kingpin, a dapper dandy with a brash criminal style. And his quote is, just because you're a good-for-nothing gangster is no reason to dress bad. Yeah, he loves those tuxedos. And I know he loves oysters because it's in the movie. He can't stop eating those oysters. And Breathless Mahoney can't stand it because he's making so much noise while he's eating. But look at this blister. We got dings all over it. We got a big fold here. We got creases and everything else happening. I mean, this is definitely a beater of a card. If you can see, not much value with much of these.
I remember all of you from when I was nothing. Pruneface, you tossed a firebomb in my car one night. Give me a lot of trouble, but I forgive you. Mocha, you put 3 slugs into me, but I lived. I forgive you too. I owe everybody at this table a little something, but I forgive all of you. Why? Because I put the past in the past. However, it becomes a liability to everyone concerned.
What are you, a fortune teller? What do you mean, the future?
Pruneface, what I mean is the future is me. And if you ain't for the people, you can't buy the people.
Okay, we've got Pruneface, the main character here, and love this guy in the movie. What does he say? His description, shriveled faced gangster who looks like he left his head in the bathtub too long, a.k.a. Raisin Head. I guess that's another name for him. And his quote is, I'm taking this punk out of the headlines permanently, he says. And look at this. Oh, my gosh. Brutal. There's the comics. We got dings all over this thing. Blisters starting to come up in the corners. We got this big ding there. Otherwise, you know, blister's not too bad as far as what it looks like. Some dust on it, but yeah, it's not bad. All right, here's Big Boy, the main character and bad guy. He sold for $5 on clearance. He originally was $7, it looks like, from GB. I don't even know where that is. Let's take a look on the back. We've got big, loud, obnoxious godfather of gangland. And his quote is, all's fair in love and business by Ben Franklin. So he quoted Ben Franklin, but that's his quote. That doesn't even make any sense. Look at the card back here. We got some dings on it, but the front, look at this. Guys, it's all coming apart. This is a nightmare. Definitely not something I could have graded at all. This is just a mess of a card back. But, you know, one of the main characters. And in the video game, which I showed, I could get to Big Boy, but I could never beat him. And unfortunately, video games in the past don't let you save your point. You run out of lives, that's it. You start the game over. And unfortunately, I could get to him, and I'd always die. And it took so long to get to him to begin with that I would just give up. And I never beat this game ever. But I got past... I think it was Flattop is the one before Big Boy at the very end. Got past Flattop, would get to Big Boy. And then by that time, I had 1 life left, and I could never pass him. But loved, again, the video game, and wish I could beat him.
Hey, tough guy, you want to try that on somebody your own size? Maybe we should step outside. Okay, tough guy, now do you want to give the kid a piece of chicken?
Okay, here's the Tramp, and he's in kind of the beginning of the movie. He beats up on the kid. And so let's see what he says. Ignorant bum with cauliflower ears, dirty and scarred from a life on the streets. You'll smell him before you see him. Oh, boy. And his quote is, what'd you get me? Let me see the loot. Yeah, that's what he's telling the kid in the beginning of the movie. If you've seen the movie there, we got some dings. We got dings. We've got more dings and dings.
And blister's not too bad. Yeah, oh, it's coming up right here. I can see it's coming up right there. And we got some dings here in this corner. But anyways, there is the Tramp. And here we've got the main character. It's Dick Tracy. Let's see. What did he sell for? $1. He sold for $1. Super clearance. There probably were billions of these made. Not billions, but okay, let's say a lot were made of these figures. And so they're probably peg warmers too, because everybody had them and they probably overproduced them. And so they just had to sell them for $1 to get rid of them. His duties: commands plainclothes, homicide, vice, and bunco squads. I don't even know what I just read. The quote is, "Sorry, pal, it's the law." Yeah, he was just to the T with everything, wasn't he? With structure and whatever else. We got some dings on the card, not looking very good. And a bunch of stickers up there. And the card blister, we got a ding right there on the blister. And yeah, I mean, this is just, it's pretty much junk. Okay, disclaimer. I'm going to do something taboo now. We got through all those items of Dick Tracy. And why I'm doing anything I'm about to do. I would never normally do this, especially with vintage Star Wars stuff. For sure would never do. But I'm about to rip every single one of these figures off the card. What? If you're squeamish and you get motion sickness, or you're a big sissy, you're not going to want to watch any further from here, because I'm going to do the unthinkable. Again, I'm going to rip every single one of these figures off the card. Why? Because they're not gradable. And what has been happening, I'll tell you, we've got a bunch of stuff happening. They have been up on my wall, up here, lined up. Nothing holds them in. If I go in there to adjust something, it tips them all over, and they all come tumbling down on the ground. They've probably fallen from the top shelf up there 8 or 9 times, probably, and they get dinged up and smashed up. We got blisters that are falling apart. They just don't look very good, and I'll tell you what I do love. I love my Thundercats the way they look right here, loose crated. Every single one of them. That whole row up there, those look amazing. And I want to preserve these figures and have them displayed the best way possible. And we've got yellowed blisters happening. We got cracked blisters. The cards are horrible. They keep falling down. They take up a ton of space because of the card backs lined up. It takes up a bunch of space instead of me being able to stack them on top of each other in acrylic. And CAS just sent out their Black Friday sale, which looks like CAS and me are partners in some sort of way. They sent me a request to have me promote their sale on my Instagram, and they only sent it to a few people. It showed me that I was one of like 4 people that they sent that to, and so we've combined forces, and you'll see me or see their advertisement on Instagram through my Star Wars Daddy site. Links are down in the description, talking about their 15% off. They've not asked me to say anything about this video. I'm just putting it in here to let you know why in the world I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I hadn't planned on doing this video at all. I had planned on doing other things this Sunday, but when I saw that and I had a situation where they fell again, I was like, okay, this is my video. Let's show them so I can remember what they looked like on the card. And now it's time to rip them all off and send them off to grading. So lots of reasons there, right? Display, horrible. Cards are falling apart. I want to preserve them. I got a 15% off option, and I got some freebies over there at CAS as well that have built up, and I want to take advantage of that, and they're going to display awesome. They'll be able to stack on top of each other, take up less space. They're going to look amazing, and that is why I'm doing what I'm about to do. So I'm going to do one of those time-lapse videos, laying them all on the table, ripping them all up, putting them into baggies, getting them ready to send off to grading. Then we'll do the outro of this video, and that's what we have today. So again, if you're squeamish, if you throw up easily, if you pass out when you see the sight of blood, do not watch the rest of this video. But remember to hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification, and comment down below something about Dick Tracy, something you loved when you were a kid, something you love about the movie, something you love about the figures. Or if you hate Dick Tracy, you can leave whatever comments you want. And again, you'll be put in the drawing for that boss and that package of unopened Dick Tracy cards to put in your collection. But here we go.
Okay, we did it. We got through this video. It was so difficult. Oh, it was like ripping off a gigantic Band-Aid what took place in this video. The Taboo. Oh my gosh. But we did it for a purpose. We went over the reasons. You got to forgive me. Don't hate me for what I did. I would never do this with vintage Star Wars toys. I promise you. Things that really don't matter, like Dick Tracy figures, who cares? And I will tell you, whatever you do with your collection is up to you, okay? So if you do have vintage Star Wars toys and that's what you decide to do, you don't like the blister or it's falling out of the blister and you just want to rip it out of there, just do what you got to do. It's your collection. You get to have that choice. But I can tell you some bad voodoo has already taken place. You're seeing right here. I went to take the camera off the stand after I tore these all off the card and it fell, my phone fell, smashed through a Grogu glass mug and shattered, as you can see what happened. And that was, like I'm telling you, split second after I was done filming. I hit the stop filming, there it goes, glasses everywhere. So I have made the vintage Star Wars gods angry. But enough of that, guys. It happened. It's done. I can't go back in time. I cannot wait to get these back from CAS. They're going to look amazing and look way better in my collection. There is one item. I don't have the blank.
This is 88 Keys. I got a deal for you. Meet me at the city car barn in 1 hour. That's right, 1 hour.
Didn't talk about that, but the blank was a figure, which is Breathless Mahoney as her disguise, and she's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. She was only released in Canada, is my understanding. And as a kid, we didn't know that. We saw it on the back of the card. We looked everywhere for this figure. Didn't we? We didn't have the internet to tell us, hey, there's only a small amount of these released, and they're in Canada. You're never going to get them. It was brutal. So anyways, that's the story on that. But I do have my feelers out for one that is loose graded right now. I'm trying to work out a deal. I don't know if it's going to work. I've been working on it. And then that would, I'd have the whole complete collection all loose graded, and I would be thrilled to have that. Before we get any further, let's remember, we've got a boss. Now, there are 2 tabs that are broken off inside of this acrylic. So if you care about that, maybe this isn't the drawing for you. But if you don't care, or you just want to go set it off to be recased, that works as well. But again, an 80 plus by AFA. What does he say? It's the olive head with the flat paint version. It's a beautiful figure, honestly. And then I'm throwing in one of these wax packs that's all sealed up of these cards. There might be gum in there. I don't know. Nope, but it says 8 glossy movie cards and a sticker. It doesn't say anything about gum. So I think we're safe with those cards. And I'll throw in some of my new stickers that have just come out for the Star Wars Daddy. Those will come in a big package for you. I'll ship it anywhere. Make sure, and again, you got to like, you got to subscribe. You can hit the bell notification if you like. And make sure to comment down below something about Dick Tracy, and I will put you in the drawing. All my socials will be posting this all week long. I'm going to have all kinds of shorts about Dick Tracy and the drawing to try to get as many people involved as we can so nobody misses out on this one. But this is our November drawing. We'll have one in December as well, and that's going to be a graded Walrus Man. Same kind of scenario, what we'll do, and just to try to get some activity on these videos, especially videos like this where I don't know what's going to happen. Videos coming up next Sunday when I announce the winner of the Bosk. I'm going to be doing my November mail haul. I'm going to show you everything that I've added to my collection the month of November. We've got heaters like we do every single month. You've got to stick around to watch that video at the end of the month. We got it all. I'm looking at it right now. We got a little bit of everything vintage, toys, nostalgia. It's going to be incredible. And the week after that is my 1-year anniversary for being the Star Wars Daddy here on YouTube. I think we've got like 670 subscribers at this point within 1 year. I'm a YouTube partner where I can receive super chats, super stickers, super something else. There's 3 supers. I don't know what they are. None of them have happened yet. I'm not pushing it. If you like to, you can. You could get one of those, and I will announce whatever those things are in upcoming videos and give you shout-outs for sure for anything that's done my way. We have memberships coming up, paid memberships. Right now, so you subscribe all you want. That's always free. You always can get these videos. there'll be some added benefits. I promise you, they're going to be amazing benefits. We're working on them right now. We're building that out. It's going to be the greatest membership you can have that's a Star Wars membership here on YouTube. I promise you. Listen, brain is ticking. And I'm trying to think, if it was me and I want to support somebody like the Star Wars Daddy, what would it be? What would it take? What do I need to feel like I am important as a member? I promise you, it's going to be awesome. So we got those videos coming up. And then I've got some end of the year type stuff I'm going to do my Christmas list, which will be a new series. It'll happen every single year, but it's the things that I wish I could get for Christmas. There'll be some things on eBay. There's going to be some things from websites. I'm going to go over some really cool stuff that I wish I could have added to my collection, or just stuff I can play with or watch or whatever else these items are. So that's coming up too, guys. There'll be a lot of Christmas content, I'm sure, coming up. And man, it never ends here with the Star Wars Daddy. It really doesn't. It keeps going. And it takes up a lot of my time. We've got all kinds of stuff that has happened down here. I've prepped this room for the year anniversary, which I don't even think I told you what I was going to do for the year anniversary. I'm talking too much. The year anniversary, which is in 2 Sundays, is going to be an entire collection review. We're going to see it all. I'm going to have links to everything. Links to the acrylic shelving that I use, all the way to the arcade. Where did I get this arcade that has 70,000 games on it that plays every single game you could possibly want? We got Dick Tracy happening in the background, like we already saw. We've got a pinball machine, virtual pinball machine. What's up with that? Where'd we get it? Links to everything. And then we're going to go over the gist of everything I have. We'll probably have some features of some different items that maybe haven't popped up in my videos so far that I think are worthwhile for you to see. But we're going to go over every little detail. I've added a bunch of stuff here that you've not seen. I've added new acrylic on the wall to try to, build this room out to make it perfect for this video. And it's minus about 30 items I have sitting with grading right now that I'm still waiting to get back. But we're just going to do the video anyways. And though when I get those items back from grading, those will be added into my monthly mail hauls and to my CAS unboxing videos and all that stuff that happens here on this channel. Again, I appreciate all the support. You guys, I cannot believe we're almost to a year. I can't believe the amount of support that I have received so far. I love making these videos and making this content. It's actually very enjoyable for me. It's therapeutic. It helps me kind of step away from this addiction that you can see that's happening all around me, and kind of brings me out of it to look in and be like, okay, we got to slow down on this. We're running out of room. You're spending too much money. This is taking up your life. All those kind of things. It's a way for me to kind of reflect as I'm editing these videos and watching them, getting like, man, what am I doing? Or, I need more of that. Or I should take a break from this. It really does help. And so I appreciate all the support that keeps this channel running. And until the next time. Oh, look at that shirt. Boba, dang. Who is your daddy?